بسم الله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته, and welcome to another session of التعبير القرآني by Dr. Fadel Saleh Samirai, where we are discussing the Quranic expressions. And yesterday we talked about this particular paragraph where he was posing an interesting question. So he said that the word al-yawm has been repeated 365 times, the same number of times as the days in a year, and the word days, the plural version, has been repeated 30 times, the same number of times as the days in a month. So he's positing a valid question. Why did they mention the singular version of day? They mentioned it more times than the plural version of days, which they mentioned it less times. So what's up with that? Why didn't they say the singular version, they mentioned it less times, and the plural version, they mentioned it more? Because that makes sense, because plural is more, singular is less. So, and then we discussed what he meant by that. And he mentioned that, you know, how the Arabs, they would actually use the singular to express plural, or to express more, to express plenty. And they would use the jam'a, the plural, to express lesser quantities, yeah, or to express fewer quantities, smaller quantities, or you can even say smallest. In this case, from 3 to 10 is considered jam'u qilla, lesser plural, and above that is called jam'u kathra, plural of more. And he gave examples how we say ثلاثة رجال, 3 men, أربعة رجال, 4 men. But if you increase, if you go beyond 10, then you start talking about عشرون رجلا, 20 man, 1 man, 21 man. It's weird, but that's how Arabs decided. Or 100 man, or 1,000 man of men. You can even add here 1,000 of men of man, because it's a mudaf situation, just to be able to understand what's going on. All right, so that's where we had stopped yesterday. Alhamdulillah. Yes, barbecue things. This is what happened in the barbecue, and they just decided, you know what? If you don't know Arabic, we're just gonna confuse you, and we're going to use the singular for more and the plural for less. Jokes on you if you don't know Arabic. So, and I think it's pretty cool actually, and especially what we're going to learn about next. But I think it came in Tafsir al-Sha'rawi, where you know, you know how Arabic is so cool that you could say something and somebody thinks you're praising them, but it turns out they're actually not praising you. They're doing the opposite. So they're saying something in a way that is praising you, but it's actually the opposite. Like it came in Sha'rawi, where a woman came to a leader and she said some poetic verses, and everybody was clapping. She was like, ah, oh, she made dua for you. And the leader, I think it was a king or a khalifa, I don't know. The leader was like, no, she prayed against me. It wasn't for me, it was against me. And that's how, because of how she used maybe the huruf. So that's interesting. If you don't know Arabic, somebody could actually be insulting you and you think they're praising you. It's a cool language. Yeah, alhamdulillah. Thank God we are learning it though. All right. So we're gonna continue off where we left off. If anybody wants to participate, you can raise your hand and we can figure this out. Okay. So we have Fauzia. Okay, Fauzia, we can start with you, and then if anybody else wants to participate, you can let us know as well. Let's go.
Okay, بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وكثيرا ما يوقعون المفرد للكسرة بخلاف الجمع. من ذلك الوصف بالمفرد والوصف الجمعي.
Okay, I'm gonna fix this and then we will look at because I know this part is the most confusing part of this sentence. I'm gonna do it like that and then we'll figure out what that means. All right. You want to try the i'rab?
Yes, but I'm
Okay.
okay. Because there's a ma in here and we talked about ma al-Istifhamiyya yesterday a lot.
Yes.
So okay, so I'm going to jump a little bit and then you can correct me.
Okay.
Yuqti'una is the fail, and al-mufrada is and I've forgotten the name, maful bihi,
Yes.
and I'm thinking kathiran is I want to say maful mutlaq to a mahsuf kasura.
Yes. Yes, that
Yay.
is correct.
And now I'm going to take a stab at the ma, and I'm just going to say it because it's sitting in between all the fail and the maful. So I'm going to say it's I don't know, maful bihi.
Pick the easiest.
The easiest is mubtada.
Yes, go with that.
It's a mubtada.
Yes.
Wow. We're going to have to explain this because I just took a stab at it.
Yeah.
And then lil kasrati is mutallaq to yuqiuna. And then I wanted to do bi khilafin because it's nakira, but I wasn't sure if this was a mudaf to al jam'i, so that's why I did. So I made it mudaf mudaf ilayh, and I'm translating as in contrast of the plural.
Yes.
So I'm
That's
going to
good.
say quite often they used the singular for many in contrast with the plural, in contrast of the plural.
Yeah.
Does that
Beautiful.
work?
Yeah, that
Okay.
works. The only problem we're going to fix is this part. This is the part that I think confused us from the beginning because they combined these two, but I don't think it's actually combined. I think it's separate. So I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna type it here so that hopefully we can see the difference. So ma yuqi'una, I should have typed it before because I'm gonna take so much time. yuqi'una المفردة للكثرة بخلاف الجمع. Okay, so that's the sentence. I'm gonna add something just to clarify what's happening here. Okay. So technically, this is what the sentence is supposed to be. Let me zoom in so that you can get too much there. So ما يوقعون المفردة للكثرة بخلاف الجمع يكثر كثيرا. Essentially, this is what the sentence, if it was just normal and there was no emotive speech, you know, like I told you, the writer of this book is speaking very exaggeratively and very emotively, like he wants to inspire emotion in you. So once you understand that that's his style of speaking, then so many things become clearer when you're reading his book. Okay, it's just like any other book, any other novel. Once you figure out how the writer writes, then you can be able to understand deeper what the author is saying. So the style of the writer is also very crucial. Just in any text, whether it's Arabic or English, it's equally important. Okay. Now, if the sentence was like this, if we took the kathiron and we put it at the end, yeah, and we have this. So wow, obviously wow is isti'nafiyya. It's just beginning a new sentence, and that's why I'm not even considering it. Or you can even look at ataf, but it will complicate things. So let's just look at it as a new sentence, and we won't consider it in that sense. So if the sentence was like this, then we have ma at the beginning. So obviously this ma is your ma mawsula and it's your mubtada, right? So this ma mawsula and whatever comes after it is going to be your silatul mawsul, right? And so all the way, this silatul mawsul is made up of a fi'al. So you have this fi'al yuqi'una, and yuqi'una, this sentence goes all the way to بخلاف الجمع. So you see that this entire part is our mubtada. Because اسم موصول, silatul mawsul is a whole jumla fi'aliyah, so up to where the sentence ends. And then I added something here, yukthiru. I added a verb here, yukthiru, and then kathiran. Why did I add it? Because like you correctly said, kathiran is na'ibu maf'ul mutlaq to a verb that is mahdhuf, which is yukthiru. Okay, so yukthiru kathiran, right? Now, if we put it there, then so yukthiru becomes the khabar of this. So this is my mubtada and this is my khabar. And of course, this is na'ibu maf'ul mutlaq to this. Now, because it's every time they said yukthiru kathiran, it became redundant. So they just normally omit this verb. They don't normally say it because it's understood. When you just say kathiran, it's understood that it's yukthiru kathiran. Okay, it's understood. So they used it too much until a point reached where they were like, okay, we get it. You don't have to say yukthiru kathiran all the time, or yuqillu qalilan all the time. So these words kathiran, qalilan, they are considered sifa to something, to a fi'l that is mahdhuf. All right, and because it's the same word, you see, it's the same jidr, kathara, and then I'm repeating kathiran. It's the same jidr, and that's why we are saying this is a maf'ul. There's a maf'ul mutlaq. It's supposed to be a maf'ul mutlaq if the verb was mentioned. But because the verb is omitted, then it becomes na'ibu maf'ul mutlaq. Is that part clear so far? Any questions? Oh. So you see, when you rearrange it, it becomes much easier to understand what is happening. So basically what he's saying, ما يوقعون المفرد للكثرة بخلاف الجمع. What they let occur, or what they use as a singular for plural, in contrast to for more, what they use as a singular for more in contrast to the plural is a lot. Is a lot. That's the basic way of the sentence. But now the author, because he wants to speak to your emotions, he brought this kathiran all the way to the beginning. And he does this quite a bit because he wants to evoke your emotions. So he brought this kathiran all the way to the beginning. So it's like saying kathiran ما يوقعون المفرد للكثرة بخلاف الجمع. A lot is what they consider, or what they let occur, the singular for more in contrast to the plural. So it happens a lot in the Arabic language. That's what he's saying, that this happens a lot. The idea of using the singular to imply more, it happens a lot. That's basically what he's saying. I know this statement confused us a lot in the beginning because they combined kathiran and ma. Because this too is a kathiran ma actually exists. Kathiran ma, this part, it exists as a phrase. So if you used kathiran ma, comma, you put a comma there, and then you continue, then that would mean quite often, or yeah, in that sense, kathiran ma. And in that sense, this ma will not be ma mawsula, it will be ma al-ibhamiyya. Yeah, ma al-ibhamiyya. So you can check out the notes on ma to refresh your memory on what ma ibhamiyya is. So ma ibhamiyya, just to give you a clue, is the kind of ma that means some. Like if I say, I will go there someday, any day, someday, I don't know which day, it's mubhama, it's ambiguous. So the ambiguous ma. Kathiran ma, quite often, like it's ambiguous, yeah? Or if I say, yawman ma, someday, or something like that, yeah? So it's a kind of standalone ma that, you know, it's considered the sifa of what came before, if you're looking at it as quite often. But in this case, like I explained, it's not that structure. It's not considered together. Kathiran is actually part of the khabar that was brought forward. Okay.
We can't take this as hal.
كثيرا?
Yeah.
You can take it as hal, but you're missing the it's best to just take it as a naibu maf'ul mutlaq, because the idea is that the khabar is yukthiru, because it's the same jidr.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And one thing more, the rule that it is not a rule. I don't know whether it's a rule or not. When the mubtada is muakhar, it becomes a nakara. It doesn't apply here.
No.
It doesn't
That's
apply
not a
here,
rule,
right?
really. That's not a rule. The mubtada can be proper. Like you can, if it's proper and it comes with a jar majroor, then it has special meaning. For example, if I say li al qalam, I have the pen. So if you have al on it, then it has special meaning. But normally, without special meaning, it's going to be nakira.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But there's a better.
Any other questions?
So it is mahlan marfu, sister, kasiran, which has been brought before khabar, the whole.
The khabar is actually mahdhuf. This is a sifa, yes. So you'd say this is a naibu maf'ul mutlaq, so it's just going to be mansub, but the khabar is mahdhuf. I wouldn't consider, I mean, some Arab books might consider this as a khabar. I wouldn't consider it as a khabar here by itself. Like the khabar, it's a maf'ul mutlaq to a khabar that is mahdhuf. You can look at it that way.
Okay. What type of sentence?
Okay. So
this?
One person at a time. Samia, you can go, and then Sultana.
Yeah. What type of sentence would that be? I mean, is it? I mean,
يكثر كثيرا.
Yeah.
This
no,
part?
no. This whole sentence, because it's creating like an amazement and incitement or something. So how will you classify the sentence? I don't know. I'm just asking, insha'ya or what?
Probably, let me think, because this would just be a style of speech. I think it would just follow under the styles.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it will be khitabi.
Khitabi. Okay.
Sultana?
Yeah, sister, like ma, this is ism mawsul. Then the whole jumla after that is silat al mawsul. So this whole is forming a mubtada, whereas the khabar is mahzuf and kasirin is mutaliq to that mahzuf khabar. It is in that way, sister? Khabar muqaddam and mubtada muakhar?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
It is in that sense. Yeah. Okay. Is the meaning clear? What the author is trying to say? I think the meaning now has come forth, clearly, that he's trying to say that it happens a lot in the Arabic language where they use the singular to signify plenty, to signify more, in contrast to the plural. So that's a common thing. In other words, he's saying it's a common thing in the Arabic language. Now, this second part, normally what we did, because dhalika and al-wasf, because this is the, you have the pointer plus al, what our bayina brains told us is that this is musharun, ismul ishara musharun ilay. Automatically, that's where our brains went. Even me, the first time, that's automatically where my brain went. And I realized, and the way we did it is that we took this whole thing as a giant jar majroor, and we were like, okay, this doesn't make sense. Where is the mubtada, where is the khabar, where is the fi'l? Because you can't just have a muta'alliq to nothing. It has to be muta'alliq to something. And that's where I think we felt like something is missing. But when you look at min dalika, and you put a comma here, see, this is the thing about Arabic. Punctuation, they're really poor at punctuation, honestly, I think. Or they don't really care much for it because the grammar does it for them. Like if you understand the grammar, you don't really need punctuation. But for us beginners, we need the punctuation because we need to understand what's happening. So if you put a comma there and you say من ذلك, comma, الوصف بالمفرد والوصف بالجمع. So you see what I did there? I made من ذلك, this is my jar majroor, it ends there. From that, comma, is. So you see what's happening. So you have the mubtada coming after. The jar majroor, this is my muta'alliq bil khabar, muqaddam. And then you have al-wasf bil mufradi wal-wasf bil jam'i. This whole part is my mubtada mu'akhar. And of course, because it has al on it, it's going to have a special meaning. Like there's some emphasis. Again, that's how the guy speaks. The guy is speaking very elaborately. I don't know, like he wants to, yeah, that's his speech. So once we discover that, then it kind of becomes clearer. Is that
So
part?
normally we put a zamir in between normally, and you just skipped that, didn't he?
Yeah, that is if you have what is it called? It's Asma'ul
Zamir
Mawsula.
Huh? You know,
That
Zamir al-Shan, what was it?
yeah, Damirul
You know,
Shan.
the breaker Zamir.
Yeah.
So it actually means a whole swoop. He just skipped the huwa.
Yes, sometimes they don't really need it. So sometimes you can have jar majroor, like just for example, like the example I gave you, li. If I say, what's happening?
Li al-qalamu, you said.
Yes, li al-qalamu. Yeah, so you have jar majroor, min dalika, jar majroor, al-wasfu. So it's the same structure really. You can see it's very basic, it's just that punctuation was a problem. we didn't figure out where to stop when you're reading the sentence. Yeah, so it's pretty much the same thing. Any other questions there or clarifications?
How would you translate the sentence?
Okay, so how you translate it, you say from that is, you can do that, you can do from that is, or you can, to make it true to the grammar, you can say al-wasfu bil mufradi, descriptions, you can say descriptions of, because I want to stay true to the meaning, but sometimes it's difficult to mix the meaning and the grammar. So anyway, what he's saying is descriptions of the singular and descriptions of the plural are from that. So in other words, if you put a semicolon here, in other words, what he's saying is that a lot, what they let occur as singular to mean plural, in contrast to the to mean more in contrast to the plural is a lot. And from that we have the example of descriptions in singular form and description in plural form. So description words, like if I'm describing something in singular and I'm describing something in plural, it happens a lot that they would use the singular descriptions to mean more and the plural descriptions to mean less. So this is an example of the set. You can say it's an atuf bayan of what he just said. So he said they let this thing happen a lot. It's common in the Arabic language. And an example of that could be the descriptions, how they use descriptions, how they use singular descriptions and how they use plural descriptions. All right. Is that clear?
Yes.
And then he's going to now focus on that topic. Now that he has introduced to us the idea that, you know, the plural is used for less and the singular is used for more. And in particular, description words are used, singular descriptions are used for more and plural descriptions are used for less. He's going to now focus on that in the next part and continue that discussion forth. So what comes after would even make more sense after understanding this one particular line, because this one particular line is introducing the evidence that he's going to produce next. All right. Okay, so I think we have another hand here. So, Afroz, do you want to participate or you have a question?
Yes, I want to read.
Okay, you can go on now.
Okay, Bismillah. فالوصف بالمفرد يدل على الكثرة والوصف بالجمع يدل على القلة. Should I stop here or
Yes,
should go
let's
on?
figure that part first.
Okay. Fa is ataf or you can
Or
take
it
it.
could be istinaf also,
Oh, yeah.
beginning a new sentence.
Okay. الوصف مبتدا بالمفرد MBK
Mhm.
and يدل is فعل inside file هو على الكثرة is متعلق بالفعل يدل.
Mhm.
So this whole becomes the khabar of wasf, right?
What part?
This from the fail يدل على الكثرة is the khabar.
Mm,
Right?
mm. Yes, I'm thinking. Give me a second.
Okay. So the description about the singular indicates towards the more.
What is happening here? Why am I confused? Because I'm thinking it could be a had. What is
Had.
happening?
Yeah, it is a khabar because wasfu is the file of yadullu, right? So it has been brought out as a mubtada. It's a simple jumla to me. والوصف المفرد مبتدا and يدل على كسر. Otherwise, the sentence is يدل والوصف بالمفرد. This is the sentence, but it has been reversed.
Okay. It's this part that is a bit
I think this is
Oh.
mutallaq to wasf, right? This is so it is attached to wasf. So wherever wasf goes, this goes. This is mutallaq to wasf, not
The
mutallaq to the
description
sentence.
related to singular indicate the you can say
الوصف بالمفرد. This whole part is together. Why am I confused here? بالمفرد is really throwing me off. فالوصف يدل على الكثرة No, it can't be.
How did you take this sentence yourself? Maybe you can share that, and maybe that makes more sense. Forget what we are doing.
Let me see how because when I did it the first time, obviously I made a lot of mistakes. Therefore, who knows? This is page what? Page 10. Let me see what I did. Okay. Description indicates more. I want it. Okay, let me explain to you what my problem is. My problem is I want to understand this ba. This is my problem. This ba is what is throwing me off because I think wasafa comes with ba is married to ba, and if that's the case, then this will become your mubtada. And then this will become your khabar, obviously, like you're saying. But if this is not married to al-wasf, then we have a problem. But let's assume it's married to ba. I think it is. I can confirm that. Let me just check wasafa. Wasafa. This is Why is not giving? Okay, there we go. What's a fi'l ثلاثي لازم. Yeah. It's married to
لازم?
ba. Okay. Yes, it is لازم. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Phew. Now that makes
Okay.
total sense. Okay, so this is the mubtada, and then this is your
Yeah.
khabar. Okay, go on.
Okay. And we'll take bil mufrad as mutalik to us, right? Am I
Yes.
doing it right? Okay.
Yeah. So this because it's لازم, this would be مفعول به في محل محلا يعني, because it comes with a ba, because it doesn't come with a direct مفعول, because it's لازم. Yeah.
Okay. في محل النصب, you can say. Yeah.
Yeah. The
Okay.
mufrad part.
Okay.
Sister, can you explain that? It's lazim, but this is the al-wasfu.
Yeah. So it's the masdar, but because it's still lazim, it doesn't take a maf'ul, direct maf'ul bi, because sometimes you have masdars, you have ism fa'il, ism maf'ul, sometimes they act as a fi'il and they take on either maf'ul bihi or a fa'il. Yeah. So
But like, where I am wrong if I am considering this as mutalik bil khabar?
because if you take it as a muta'alliq bil khabar,
Yeah.
and this is the khabar, it means you can switch this too, right? You can say فالوصف يدل على الكثرة بالمفرد. That would be the order. If you take this as an MBF and an MBK, sorry, if you do a normal order, you'll have الوصف يدل على الكثرة بالمفرد, and then now it doesn't make sense. The description indicates plenty with singular. Like it's the description with singular that indicates. You see what the difference is?
Correct. Understood that.
You understood?
Because meaning wise it's not making sense.
Yes. Meaning wise
That's how-
is not making sense.
That's
As
how
a
we know
muta'alliq.
what mutalik bil khabar.
Yes.
Meaning also, and otherwise it should be, nasab. It will be like acting as a maf'ul hal, like it is indicated as singular. So it would not be coming with bil mufrad, rather it will be coming as mufridan. So bil mufrad doesn't make any sense as MBF or K.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense as
Yeah.
an MBK in MBK in this
Yeah.
case. Yeah.
It would come as individual as mufridan.
Means because of the al, you're saying?
No, with the the B here is a problem.
Yeah, so anyway, basically what we're saying is it cannot be a muta'alliq, because a muta'alliq has to be connected back to either the khabar or the fi'l. And in this case, we are saying this is the khabar, يدل على الكثرة. So this بالمفردي has to be connected to يدل على الكثرة if we are saying it's a muta'alliq, which meaning-wise does not make sense. So what we are saying is that this part has to be together, and that makes our mubtada. So description with singular. When you're describing using singular, and again, this ba, I think it could be ala, like the one we just, for those who attended the what is it called? The Surah Al-Qamar Quran analysis. We talked about ba that indicates a tool. So al-wasfu bil-mufradi, describing using a singular or using singular indicates على الكثرة indicates plenty of more. Yeah, I think that's what's happening there. Is that clear so far?
Yes, alhamdulillah, that's good.
Okay, Afroz, you can go on.
Yeah. And in the previous sentence also, min dhalika al-wasfu bil mufradi, that is also muftada, right?
Yes, this part. Yeah, you can consider this part mubtada, and then you can say the muta'alliq is mahdhuf, or the khabar is mahdhuf.
Khabar is mahdhuf. Okay.
Yeah, because the muta'alliq came before. So this is your mubtada, and then al-wasfu bil-jam'i, this is your mubtada that is ma'tuf to this.
Again, yeah.
Good. Right.
Okay.
So you have a question before you go on. I was looking at Yadullu, and in Arrow Tools, the only meaning that means indicates, it said it's Yadallu. And then I looked up in Hanswehr, and Yadallu with the Ya, Zabar, Dal, Zabar comes with Allah, and that's the only one that indicate that gives the meaning of indicates. So I remember Ustad saying Yadullu, and we're all saying Yadullu, but I'm now confused about whether it's Yadallu or whether it's Yadullu.
You said you checked in Arrow Tools?
Arrow Tools?
I don't know which Arrow Tools you're using. Let me just because I'm gonna share with you a picture of Arrow Tools just now, because it says yadullu, indicate.
Yes, exactly. But when
Yeah.
you look it up, in Hanswehr, it shows the meaning of indicate shows with Allah, shows up with family one only.
Oh, so
Am I making
Allah is
sense?
what is confusing you.
No, Hanswehr is confusing me.
Okay, so this is dalla yadullu. It's not dallala yudallilu. It's family one.
Family one,
Family
right?
one, muda'af.
Mudaf, yes.
Yeah.
And they said dalla, yadalla.
Yadullu. Dalla yadullu.
They had an A there. Isn't that a zabar?
Oh, I'm not seeing what you're saying. Let me send you another screenshot.
Oh
Yeah.
my God. Sorry.
Muzari will have pace on the last letter, right? Lam kalima.
It is
Yes.
Dalla Yadullu from Nasara
Yadullu.
family.
Yes.
Maybe I don't know what you are looking at. Maybe you're looking at a different word, because you can see it's there's an u there after dalla, then u. I've sent you this screenshot.
Dalla with a, yeah, yours
Did you
just
see?
say ooh. And
Yeah.
mine says, and the one that I'm sending you a screenshot here.
Okay, so probably that's the phone one, yeah? That's not this old Ijtal
Yes,
website.
yes, that's the phone one, the app one.
Yeah.
Is that wrong?
Yeah, I rarely use that one because I think
Okay.
it has errors.
Okay. All right. Then we're done. Fine.
Yeah.
Thank you. Jazakallah khair.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, the phone one sometimes, yeah, so you say it says dalla yadalla, which is wrong. Yeah, that's wrong. Yeah. Yeah, so that, yeah, I try using this old one, because this is the original book just been photocopied, but the other one is typed, so anybody can make a mistake anywhere. It's sometimes hard to recognize those mistakes.
No, but I'm looking at my own Hanswehr on the phone, and it says Dalla Yadullu.
Huh.
Yeah, it says
Because she
Dalla
sent a
Yadullu.
screenshot. I don't know.
I'll remove mine and reinstall.
Maybe it needs an
No,
upgrade.
which root letter did you try? Did you try Dal Lam or Dal Lam Wow? You know, there could be some error in the root letters that you tried. Try
No,
Dal Lam.
it is the alarm and it's mudaf. So I know
Yeah.
I know that much.
Oh my God. What's going on?
Yeah, I think maybe you need to reinstall it. Probably. It's really
Because mine is
interesting.
saying Dalla Yadullu.
Oh, mine is also
It can
saying
be
dalla
nasabi
yadallu.
form na system. If there is some harfe nasab before that,
Oh, this is
it can be.
wrong. It actually says dalla yadallu. This is bad. Yeah. Oh, maybe I also need a reinstall. I checked also on mine. I rarely use it. Yeah, so it's dalla yadullu. That's the verdict. Can you guys still hear me? I hope.
Yes, I
Yes.
can hear
Okay.
you.
Okay, good. All right, we can continue. Afroz?
Yes. So it's dalla yadullu, right?
Yes. Yadullu.
Okay. Okay, I'll continue. والوصف بالجمع يدل على القلة. So again, واو is عطف and الوصف بالجمع is مبتدا. يدل على القلة is خبر جملة فعلية في محل رفع, right?
Yes.
Okay. So they're saying, so the description. So the description related to singular indicates plenty, and the description related to plural indicates the scarcity or the less
Yeah.
quantity. Okay.
Yeah, that works. I would actually translate this as using. So descriptions,
Okay.
descriptions using or description using singular indicates plenty, and description using plural indicates scarcity or fewer quantity. That's
Okay.
good.
فقولك أشجارات مثمرات sorry أشجار مثمرات
أسلم family.
أسلم مثمرات.
Yes.
مثمرات يدل على أن العدد الشجرات قليل بخلاف قليل بخلاف or في اسم مضاف. okay. بخلاف ما لو قلت أشجار مثمرة.
Yes, beautiful.
Okay. So
Let's finish the
فإنه
sentence. Yeah.
okay. فإنه يدل على أن الأشجار كثيرة.
كثيرة. What do you think?
أن
What is this كثيرة?
الأشجار كثيرة it's خبر. Okay.
كثيرة.
كثيرة. Okay. So قولك what's that? It's مبتدأ. مبتدأ. So what is in the brackets? Should we treat it something in quotes, or should we take it it's part of the sentence? It's in the ongoing sentence.
So depending on how you read it, if you read it as فقولك, then you pause. أشجار مثمرات, you would protect the quotes. But if you continue, you would treat it as a مضاف إليه.
Okay. So I'll protect the quotes and I treat it as مبتدأ. يدل على أن العدد الأشجارات is خبر. And قليل or maybe including the قليل it's خبر.
The whole thing is the خبر of قولك. Okay. So your statement, this, that is your مبتدأ, and then indicates is your خبر, the whole thing. And inside that خبر, what are we looking at?
Yeah, جملة فعلية. يدل is فعل. فاعل is inside هو. على is I think يدل is married to على I think.
Yes.
يدل على على then أن عدد الشجرات is can say صفة. No.
Okay, so let's
المتعلق.
go step.
Okay.
Yes, go on. I think you got
متعلق
it.
بالفعل.
Mm-hmm.
It's متعلق بالفعل. And inside that we have a جملة اسمية أن العدد الشجرات أن قليل نصف خبر.
Yes. Beautiful.
Okay.
So this would be another mubtada and this would be a khabar.
Okay.
And of course, this
بخلاف.
whole thing from ala all the way to the end would be your muta'alliq to yadullu. Yeah.
Okay.
So altogether we have 4 sentences, right? Intertwined.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, let's continue, Afroz, and then I'll break it
Okay.
down further.
Okay. بخلاف ما is مضاف إليه جار مجرور مضاف إليه is متعلق متعلق بالفعل يدل ما is اسم موصول لو قلت is صلة الموصول and أشجار مثمرة is again I don't know what is this.
How do you think it's related to قلت?
متعلق.
قلت is فعل ماضي.
Okay. You said مفعول, I think مفعول.
Yes. مفعول به مقول القول. Remember, قل, whatever comes after قل, like what you're saying is going to be مقول القول. So in contrast to if you said أشجار مثمرة. Okay. So this would be
it's مفعول
به.
به. Okay. فإنه it's starting new sentence. إنه مبتدأ يدل على خبر add to the أشجار كثيرة. It's the same structure, I think.
Exactly.
يدل فعل and على أن الأشجار is يدل is فعل and على is متعلق to يدل أن الأشجار is مبتدأ كثيرة is خبر.
Exactly. Yeah, it's the same structure that we did here that is being repeated here at the same time. Okay. So can you be able to translate it? What is being said?
Yeah, okay. So the from the beginning from
you can just start from فقولك.
Okay. So if you say أشجار مثمرات it indicates that the number of trees are less. In contrast to if you say أشجار مثمرة then it indicates that the number or that the trees are less.
More.
Oh, sorry, the trees are more.
Exactly. Yeah, so that's what is being said. So فقولك, your statement, أشجار مثمرات. Again, remember this is آتٍ from the مسلمات chat. So this is basically, it's plural. We learned مسلمة, 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 مسلمات, مسلمات, مسلمات. That's what we learned. So plural is مسلمات. So now he's saying, if you said the statement أشجار مثمرات using the plural, يدل على أن عدد الشجرات قليل. It actually indicates or signifies that the number of trees you're talking about are few. Okay? بخلاف ما لو قلت, in contrast to if you said أشجار مثمرة, فإنه يدل على أن الأشجار كثيرة. In contrast to if you said أشجار مثمرة, if you use مثمرة, the singular, because مثمرة like مسلمة, right? If you use the singular, فإنه يدل على أن الأشجار كثيرة. It actually indicates that the number of trees, or here عدد has been omitted because you understand, it actually indicates that the trees are more, which is interesting. Yeah, so that's the point he has been trying to raise from when we began. All right. And I think you can actually, if you hear them speak, or if you hear the speech itself, you can actually be able to understand that they're talking about more. For example, if I say ashjarun muthmiratun versus if I say ashjarun muthmira, like oof, muthmira, and you understand that we are saying the sifa. We are talking about the sifa here, because remember he said ومن ذلك الوصف بالمفرد والوصف بالجمع, and from that is how they describe using singular and how they describe using jama. Okay, so in a sense, if you describe trees using plural here, using jama, it means less, and if you describe trees using singular, it means more. So that's the point he has been raising. Okay, is that clear so far? Are there any questions there?
Yeah, I have a question. I I think I'm the only one coming up with the questions.
No
Okay.
problem.
Okay, so can you take ashjarun musmiratun as the badal of faqawluka, like you're saying indicates, and what is your saying? It is ashjarun musmirat. Can we take it as a badal?
This one here?
The first one, the ashjarun musmiratun and faqawluka. You're saying, and this word.
No.
No?
There's no connection, because here your statement, this, like if you said this is the way you understand it. If you said ashjarun musmirat, for example, it deals with a less number of trees. But if you said ashjarun muthmira, it deals with a more number of trees. So it doesn't make sense as a badal. You can say, yeah, it doesn't. You can make, if there was a harf atuf here instead of bikhilafi, if there was harf atuf, then you can say, okay, this part is connected to this part.
Okay. Got it. Okay, another thing. Bi khalafin ma is what? What is it? I mean, it's an expression, or what?
It's mudaf ilayh. In contrast to,
like as you said before, like kasina ma also comes as an expression, an Arabic expression, which means usually, most of the time. So bi khalafi is that type of Arabic expression?
I'm not so sure, but I can be able to check.
I mean, does it usually mean in contrast?
Yeah, khilaf, bi khilaf means in contrast to.
Yeah, with the
but
ma.
I don't know if it comes with the meaning, if it comes with ma. So khilaf,
okay.
Let's see here. Khilafa, khilafihim, bi khilafi. So it's just bi khilafi, I think. And then bi khilafi, whatever comes after it, it's going to be the mudaf ilayh. Whether it's ma or another ism. Yeah, it's not an expression. I don't see it.
Okay. Oh, okay. Got it.
So in this ma, you can actually substitute it with any ism. بخلاف ذلك, you can say that. Or you can say بخلاف Ahmed, in contrast to Ahmed. I don't know what you'd be saying to say something like that, but yeah.
So what is it here then? In contrast to what? What?
Yeah. In contrast to what if you said. So what this ma is isim mawsul, silatul mawsul.
Okay. Okay. And this lo qulta ashjarun till the end is the silatul mawsul.
Yes. Up to
here. Okay.
Got it. Okay, great. Any other questions? I don't think we can go more than that today, because this is introducing another thing, and I'm just going to maybe brief you about it. So notice that here he was telling us, first of all, that this thing about mufrad, singular, being used for more in contrast to the plural, happens a lot in the Arabic language. Case in point, how they use description words, how they describe things. For example, if they're describing trees in singular, it would mean more. And if you're describing trees in plural, it would mean less. That's one evidence that he has provided of this statement that the singular is used for more and the plural is used for less. So next week, we will look at another example of how they actually use less for more and more for less. By that, I mean how they use singular to mean plural, to mean plenty, and plural to mean less. And he's going to talk about damir, pronouns. So how pronouns are used. So that's another evidence that he's providing to how the Arabs used more. They used singular to mean more and plural to mean less. Okay, so when you're going through this section, just have that in mind. Any other questions or corrections, clarifications, anything at all before we can end?
I just want to clarify that in the list that they've given us, and what you've also said, kathiran ma is a phrase that is used to mean quite often.
Yes.
But in this particular sentence, where we've concluded that it is a maf'ul mutlaq, here it's not actually the phrase, correct?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
And especially if, how you identify or distinguish between the two is if when you're reading the sentence, you notice that there's a break. So kathiran ma, and there's like a break and then something else. Now it's hard for us to determine these things because we're not really like familiar with the language yet. So maybe it becomes a bit difficult to distinguish it. But I think with practice, we will be able to know when kathiran ma is used as quite often, or kathiran ma yuqi'una. So you see how there's a break there? kathiran ma yuqi'una. There's a break. But if I read as kathiran ma, then it becomes one block of thing.
But then it becomes an incomplete sentence also, doesn't it?
Yes. Yeah. If you just say kathiran ma, it's incomplete.
Una will be taken as a sila. So what's happening beyond that? Nothing. Right?
Yeah. Yeah. If you do, yeah. That's why I think we all struggled with this part. And I think Ustad mentioned that there's something missing, but as we've discovered, there's nothing missing. It's just how you look at it.
Oh, one more question. We discovered that the kathiran is the naibul maf'ul mutlaq to a mahduf fail, which I had said kasura, but you had said yuksiru. And the reason you said yuksiru is because it's yuqinun, because there's a madi before it, correct?
You can do both. You can do kathura kathiran or yuksiru kathiran. Yeah, but because I just wanted to maintain like the integrity of the sentence, because he's speaking in mudara, ma yuqi'una yukthiru.
Yeah, just wanted to clarify that. Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. Yeah, but good job discovering that it's actually kathura and not kathara or kathira. That's a good observation because it's karuma family actually.
Oh, it's because you've been saying it to us so many times. It's
Oh,
becoming
okay.
second nature for us.
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. That's
No,
good.
Fautia is very smart anyways. She comes up with all those intelligent questions, alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. Any other questions or clarifications? I hope I didn't confuse you guys anymore. I hope we cleared a few things. Okay, great. Alhamdulillah, it looks like we're all good. So I'm gonna stop there, inshallah. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك. Oh, there was a question. Is ashjar partly flexible? Sorry, I missed that. I don't know why
I found the answer. Yeah.
Okay.
You wrote the Dhammatain on it. Yeah. I was wondering.
Okay.
It's fully
Okay.
flexible.
Yeah, it is. Okay, then we can end. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك. السلام عليكم.
Waalaikumsalam.
Jazakallah.
وإياكم جزاكم الله خير.
Allah bless.